Good afternoon. We're gonna take a deeper dive into the bigger hive that we stole frames from last weekend. Bear with me, I'm using a new stand for my camera and also using my cell phone for this instead of the camera I normally use. So let's get set up and take a look inside. We're looking for how much honey they've got and just a basic hive health. So we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Here's a, sorry for the bounciness. Here's a look at the front of the hive. Quite a bit of population there. And we'll get to it. Well, let me get my other glove on in case they're a little grouchy today. Always an audience. Guess that rooster thinks I'm doing it all wrong. You know what they say about beekeeping? Ask two beekeepers, get 3 or 4 opinions. So we'll give them a little smoke. So this is a hive that I stole some frames from last week to help out the new hive that we moved over to the full-size hive. So here they are getting started on another frame. I just love foundationless frames, the way the comb looks and everything. Something tells me that this frame weighs a lot. Oh, wow, look at that. That is some golden, beautiful honey. Not quite ready yet. Needs to get capped. Another beautiful frame of honey. Just a little bit of drone brood there in the middle. Here's this one. This one I think is a great example, beautiful example of a foundationless frame and how they draw it out. Just honey. So this is the 4th box up, so not necessarily expected to be full of honey or bees. Here's another nice one. Just have to share. Oh goodness, that one's heavy. All right, so assuming they were to finish capping those and filling them out a little more, I would be able to get some honey out of those. But more than likely what will happen is I'll end up pulling frames from lower in the actual main nest that are fully capped, harvest those and leave them these. All right, so there's the first box. Let's see what we got going on in this next one. What do you think, guys? Is it going to be heavy? Relatively speaking? Not too bad. A little more smoke. Just remember, bees, smoking is bad for your health. Don't drop the frame. Here we go. So Here's a nice frame, mostly capped. So this is obviously honey that is fully cured. But also you can tell by the darker colors that it's been capped for a while. You might say they've been walking all over their food. Ooh. Some more brood in there. Looks like, so the brood emerged. In fact, we've got a bee actually chewing their way out now. I'll try to get that in the frame. Hard to see in this lighting if you guys can see that, but around the middle of the frame, there's a bee coming out right now. She's chewing her way out of the cell. And she, because that's a worker brood. Drone brood are the ones that kind of look like bullet heads sticking out. All right, another one. Again, the brood's emerging or has emerged. There's a few left. I'll try to get this from the sun so I can see if they're backfilling with honey or more brood. Oh, Queen's been busy. She relayed that. All kinds of eggs in there again. Speaking of Her Highness, see if she's around since there's eggs. I don't see her. Not on that frame. She could be close though. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting queen bees. Oh goodness. Beautiful frame of cap brood. It's gorgeous. This next frame looks like the one they've drawn out this year. You can see a big difference in the cappings. Well, not just this year, but the fact that it was capped very recently. Here's an example of them not having walked all over their food a whole lot. So, you see those cappings on top, very white. That's what they look like when they're fresh. When they've been capped for a while and they walk all over them, they get kind of a yellowish tint. I hope that's pollen and not dirt. Again, yeah, we've got a bunch of open cells, but for the most part, a decent pattern by that queen. Give them a little more smoke. Just try to keep them calm down there a little. Another beautiful frame of white cappings. And more cap brood. Oh, you can see some honey dripping. I must have torn the edge there. Do have to be careful with the foundationless frames. If too many open ones, when they're storing up honey, they can instead of drawing out a frame and, drawing out the comb in all the frames, they'll progressively, to a certain point, make the comb just deeper and deeper to store more honey, and so then the comb will kind of be extended out into that other frame, which can make a mess. Ask me how I know. Holy cow. Oof. Now that's heavy. That is 100% honey. Look at that, it's beautiful. You can see the top is a little narrower, the bottom is thicker. That's what I'm talking about. they kind of drew that out a little further because there was open space. Nice dark comb and some honey I tore open. Don't worry, we'll just clean that up. I think I'm just going to lean this one up a little bit, take a gander at the next box below. I'm not going to tear into it. I think we've caused them enough troubles for one day. See if I can tip this up without making a mess. Next box looks like a very large population of bees, so that's probably getting more towards the main brood chamber. At this point, if the flow continues, it normally doesn't. It's currently June, what is it today, June 15th. I work so much lately, I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, middle of June for this area. Our flow is normally pretty much done. It's the early clovers and the tree flowers from like black locust and tulip poplars, things like that. Blackberries in this area. But once all that's gone, it really normally dries up for them. It's been pretty wet, so I'm hoping the clover continues a little bit longer, and they can finish filling that all up, and I can harvest some delicious honey. Easier said than done. If you have any questions, make sure to pop them in the comments below. If you like the videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll keep on sending them out.